Mark, I talked to folks on both sides of the issue with equally strong feelings about gun control. The thing is, neither side sees a lot of room for negotiation. Guns have been a part of Andrew Palmer's life since before he was even old enough to drive a car. Then about 2 years ago, he turned his love into his livelihood when he opened PSG Gun Store in Beaver Creek. For a man who makes his living selling weapons, you can imagine what he thinks of President Obama's plan to toughen gun laws.
It's just ridiculous, and like I said before, it's like curing a headache by cutting off the head. You know, there's other ways to combat this. You know, they're not trying. It's like they're taking, an easy way out.
Palmer says the people coming into his store aren't the same people committing crimes.
I've sold probably 3,000 guns in 2 years and have nothing come back.
Which is why he believes the president's plan is misguided. Local gun rights advocates agree and say many of the directives don't do anything to prevent future attacks. Larry Moore is a spokesperson for the Buckeye Firearms Association, a group closely tied to the NRA.
I think American people need to sit down and ask some serious questions. What would these proposals do to our freedoms? And which of these proposals would have stopped any of the mass public murders that we've had in this country? Largely, they wouldn't.
Moore believes despite tougher background checks, criminals will continue to obtain guns illegally. He says the last assault weapons ban didn't do anything to reduce crime rates, and limiting the ammunition in magazines isn't the answer either.
You know, the question that always comes up is, why does anybody need a gun that can shoot 30 rounds?
Well, I mean, there's lots of reasons. If someone's breaking into my house and I haven't stopped them in the first 29, I need 30. It's that simple.
We know that people have Second Amendment rights.
Reverend Jerome McCory is on the other side of the gun debate.
Even for gun owners who I think have a right to protect their home, certainly have a right to be protected. What we're saying is that if you're protecting yourself with an M16 or an AK-47, then maybe you need to call someone outside of yourself.
McCory heads up Ceasefire Dayton and the Adams Project, two anti-violence groups aimed at changing the gun culture in our community. He says President Obama's plan isn't the entire solution, but it's a start. For Palmer, it's also the beginning of what he calls panic buying. His store has been packed with people stocking up on ammunition and weapons, fearful of what will come next.
It's good now, but will it be good later? Probably not.
Reporting in Beaver Creek, Megan O'Rourke, 2 News.